Welcome to your deep dive on AI tools for small businesses. And we're not talking hypotheticals here.
Yeah.
We are diving into a concrete business plan that somebody actually put together,
Right.
which means somebody sees some serious potential for profit in this.
Yeah, and what I think is really fascinating about this plan in particular is how it's zeroing in on using AI to solve really like the nitty-gritty problems
Okay.
that I think it's almost about leveling the playing field.
Interesting.
So smaller companies can go, toe-to-toe with the big guys using these tools.
So this plan specifically focuses on tools for small and medium-sized enterprises or SMEs. Why focus on SMEs when we hear so much about AI just in a broader sense?
Because SMEs, small, medium enterprises, I think they're often the ones that get kind of left behind in a lot of these conversations about,
Right.
AI taking over, and they need it just as much, if not more so sometimes.
Okay.
But they don't always have the resources to implement these, massive systems or hire a team of data scientists.
Right.
This plan is really about making AI practical and accessible, specifically for the challenges that SMEs face every single day.
So it's making it less intimidating and more about solving those really real problems for real businesses.
100%. Yep. And one of the, I think, most interesting aspects of this plan is how it tackles customer service
Okay.
with AI chatbots. Now, before you roll your eyes and think about those frustrating chatbot experiences,
Oh, we've all been there.
we've all been there stuck in chatbot limbo, wishing we could talk to a human.
Exactly.
These are a little different.
Okay.
These chatbots are leveraging natural language processing, or NLP,
Okay.
to really understand and respond to those customer queries in a way that feels surprisingly human.
So it's not just about spitting out a pre-programmed response. These chatbots can actually understand what the customer is asking, even if it's phrased in a way that's not perfectly clear.
Exactly. Yeah, so it can kind of
Yeah.
decipher slang, understand the context of a conversation, even pick up on sentiment.
Wow.
One of the examples that they gave in this plan was this small e-commerce business,
Okay.
and they implemented an NLP-powered chatbot
Mm-hmm.
on their website.
Okay.
And they saw a 15% increase in customer satisfaction within the first quarter alone.
Wow, 15%. That's a pretty significant jump just from implementing a chatbot that can actually understand what the customer's saying.
It's all about exceeding expectations, and I think, AI-powered chatbots can help small businesses do that. Especially
Especially.
when you think about those late-night inquiries when you don't have a customer support team standing by
Right, exactly.
24/7.
Speaking of exceeding expectations, this plan also delves into AI-powered marketing automation.
Yes.
I'm very intrigued by this because I feel like marketing is an area where small businesses are always struggling to compete.
Yeah, you're right. And they often have smaller budgets.
Yes.
And this plan suggests ditching those, generic mass emails
Right.
and stepping into this world of hyper-personalized campaigns.
Okay.
We're talking about using AI to analyze data,
Hmm.
pinpoint exactly who needs to see your message, and tailor the content to their specific interests.
So instead of just blasting out an email about a sale that's going on,
Right.
you can use AI to target specific customers with
Exact-
messages that actually feel like they were written for them.
Exactly. Imagine like you own a small bookstore.
Yeah.
Instead of sending out this generic newsletter to everybody,
Right.
you can use AI to identify, oh, these customers love mystery novels,
Okay.
and then send them personalized recommendations based on their past purchases.
That's amazing. It's like having a personal marketing assistant, you know?
Yes.
Who knows exactly what each customer wants to see. No more like hit or miss, like mass marketing campaigns.
Exactly. And it actually highlighted a case study where this small clothing boutique was using AI-powered email marketing,
Okay.
and they increased their click-through rates by 40%,
Wow.
which is huge.
That's a game changer for a small business,
Huge. Yeah.
you know? But speaking of things that keep small business owners up at night, inventory management.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big one.
Constant juggling act, right?
Yes.
Order too much.
Right.
You got a warehouse full of stuff. Order too little.
Yep.
And you are disappointing customers, losing sales.
Exactly. So how does this plan propose using AI to solve, like, the inventory puzzle?
So it's all about using AI to predict what you need before you even know you need it.
Oh, okay.
They talk about using machine learning algorithms to analyze your historical sales data, seasonal trends, even external factors.
Wow.
like weather patterns,
Interesting.
to more accurately forecast your future demand.
So no more relying on gut feeling or like outdated
And
spreadsheets.
exactly. Imagine, a small bakery
Okay.
using AI to predict how many croissants they're going to sell each day based on, what's the weather like.
Right.
Are there any local events happening?
Okay.
Is there some like croissant buzz happening on social media?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can really optimize their production, minimize waste,
That's incredible.
and make
Yeah.
sure they always have, enough fresh croissants.
Yeah. No more running out of everybody's favorite pastry.
Exactly.
So we've got these three like really powerful AI tools. We've
Yes.
got the chatbots for customer service, AI-driven marketing,
Right.
and smart inventory management.
Yeah.
But how does a small business owner actually go about building these tools?
Right.
Like it seems like it would require a team of engineers and like data scientists.
You might be surprised.
Okay.
The plan actually emphasizes that it doesn't have to be this overwhelming thing.
Okay.
Building an AI toolkit for your business can start with market research,
Okay.
which you can often tackle yourself.
That makes sense. I mean, you want to make sure there's actually a need for this thing that you're thinking about building.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Talk to your customers.
Okay.
Figure out what their pain points are. What are the things that are,
Right.
keeping them up at night? What are the areas where an AI solution could make a real difference in their lives?
It's about building something people actually want and are going to use.
Exactly.
But I imagine even if you have a clear understanding of like the market need, developing these kinds of AI tools from scratch could be really daunting and expensive.
It can be, but that's where this plan's emphasis on building what they call a minimum viable product, or MVP,
Okay.
comes in.
Okay.
The idea is to start small. Build a core version of your tool with just those essential features
Okay.
and get it out there quickly.
So don't try to like boil the ocean on day one. It's more about just like testing the waters, seeing if people are actually interested,
Exactly.
getting that feedback.
It's all about iterating.
Okay.
And that not only saves you time and money, but it also allows you to incorporate that user feedback early on to make sure you're building something that people actually want.
Right. That's a smart strategy. But, let's talk about the technical side of things for a moment.
Sure.
Because some listeners might be wondering, like, what's actually involved in building these AI tools?
Right.
Is this even possible if you don't have a deep understanding of, like, artificial intelligence or you don't know how to code?
Yeah, and I think the beauty of it is you don't need to be a coding whiz to get started with this.
Okay.
The plan talks about exploring these open source AI frameworks,
Okay.
which are essentially these like pre-built toolkits for developing AI applications.
Got it.
So you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
You can use these frameworks as a foundation and build upon them.
So instead of, like, creating every single brick from scratch to build a house,
Right.
you can use pre-made bricks and just customize them to fit, what you're building.
100%. Yeah.
So these frameworks have the building blocks for common AI tasks like natural language processing, image recognition,
Yeah.
data analysis.
Exactly.
Some that I've heard of, TensorFlow, PyTorch, even like the GPT models.
Yeah, those are great examples.
Okay, so those are accessible. That's good to know. But what about just the cost and like the logistics of actually running these AI tools? Like,
Yeah.
where do they actually live?
That's where cloud-based solutions come in.
Okay.
This means that your AI tools are hosted on remote servers,
Got it.
not on your own computers.
Okay.
So you're not having to manage this physical data center.
So instead of like investing in like all this expensive hardware and like IT infrastructure,
Right.
you're essentially just renting it.
Exactly. You're renting the computing power. You are renting the storage space from a cloud provider,
Okay.
which is great,
Mhm.
again, for SMEs because it really eliminates those upfront costs
Right.
and technical headaches of managing your own infrastructure.
It's like having a team of IT experts on call 24/7,
Exactly.
but without the hefty salary bill.
Right.
So you've got your tools built, they're running smoothly in the cloud.
Yeah.
Now what? How do you actually start making money from them? So we've talked about how powerful these tools can be, but at the end of the day,
Right.
it all comes down to, can they actually make money?
Can they boost that bottom line? Yeah, and this plan really emphasizes that. It's not just about building cool tech.
Right.
It's about building a sustainable business.
Okay.
And it outlines, a couple of different monetization strategies that I think are especially well suited for SMEs.
Okay.
The most common one, and maybe the easiest to implement, is the subscription model.
Okay.
also known as software as a service.
Right, SaaS.
Or SaaS, exactly.
So instead of selling like a one-time software license,
Right.
you're basically renting access to your AI tools on a monthly or annual basis.
Exactly. And this is great for both the business and the customer.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
for the business, it creates this recurring revenue stream,
Right.
which just makes financial planning more predictable.
Makes sense.
For the customer, it means lower upfront costs
Okay.
and the flexibility to, you know, scale their usage up or down as they need.
Okay, so it's like subscribing to like a streaming service, but instead of movies,
Exactly.
you're getting access to, these powerful AI tools.
Exactly.
And I imagine you can even offer like different subscription tiers
Oh, absolutely.
with like varying levels of features or like support.
You could have a basic plan for, solopreneurs just starting out,
Okay,
a pro plan for growing businesses that need more advanced features,
got it.
and even like an enterprise plan with custom solutions for, larger SMEs that have really unique requirements.
That makes a lot of sense. So you can kind of cater to like a wider range of customers that way.
Exactly.
But what about like businesses that have very specific needs?
Right.
Like something that goes beyond just those like predefined subscription tiers.
The plan addresses that too. They talk about offering custom solutions
Okay.
for businesses that need something truly bespoke.
Okay.
So this could involve developing unique features tailored to their workflow,
Got it.
integrating the AI tools with their existing software,
Right.
or even just building a completely customized solution from scratch.
So it's about being flexible, recognizing that,
Yeah.
one size doesn't fit all,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to something like AI.
100%. And those custom solutions can be very lucrative
Okay.
because you're essentially,
Right.
providing that premium concierge level of service.
Right. You're basically their in-house AI development team.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about subscriptions, we've talked about custom solutions.
Yep.
Are there any other ways to actually make money from these AI tools?
So one more avenue, and this one gets a little bit more technical,
Okay.
is through what they call API integration fees.
Okay.
API stands for Application Programming Interface.
Okay.
But basically, it allows other software applications to talk to your AI tools.
Okay, got it. So instead of just offering your AI tools directly to businesses,
Right.
you're allowing other companies to incorporate your technology into their products.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
think of it like you're the engine under the hood.
Okay.
Your AI is powering the functionality of another company's software,
Okay.
and you can charge a fee for that access.
So you're kind of like the AI supplier?
Exactly.
Okay, that sounds like it could be pretty lucrative.
It can be, but it does tend to be a little more complex
Okay.
than just like a straight subscription or custom solution.
So maybe something to consider once you've built your business a little bit more.
Right. You've got your footy in the market.
Yeah.
But let's say you've built these amazing AI tools.
Yeah.
You've got your monetization strategy all figured out.
Right.
How do you actually convince small businesses to take the leap?
Right.
Because we've talked about how there can be some hesitancy.
Yeah, there's some fear around AI.
So how do you overcome that and actually get the word out?
Well, and this plan, it really emphasizes the importance of marketing
Okay.
and using tactics that are specifically effective for SMEs.
Okay.
Direct outreach is a big one, especially if you're targeting specific industries.
Okay.
So, instead of just doing this like broad,
Right.
spray and pray approach.
Right. You're not just hoping that somebody will
Ghibli.
stumble upon you.
You identify those niches where your AI tools can make the biggest impact.
Okay.
So, for example, if you've developed an AI-powered inventory management system,
Okay.
you're probably going to want to target businesses in retail manufacturing. Right, where it's really important to get that right.
Logistics. Exactly. Where
Yeah.
inventory control is paramount.
Right, so it's about being really focused.
Be focused.
Mm.
And the plan talks about, building those relationships within those industries.
Okay.
So attend industry events, participate in online forums, connect with potential customers on LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's all about establishing yourself as that thought leader in that space.
Right, so they can trust you. They know that you kind of understand where they're coming from.
You get it.
Yeah.
You understand their pain points. You have the solutions
Right.
to address them.
Right.
And then another really effective tactic is content marketing.
Okay.
So, this could involve creating blog posts, white papers, case studies,
Okay.
anything that really demonstrates your expertise and provides that value.
Right, you're not just saying, like, we're the best, we have this great product. You're showing them.
Exactly.
And you're proving it.
Don't underestimate that social proof.
Right.
Testimonials from customers.
Right.
Highlight those successful case studies.
Yeah.
Maybe even offer a free trial or a demo.
Yep, so they can try before they buy and see how it actually works.
Let them see it in action.
Okay. Now, even with all of that, I imagine some business owners are still going to be a little bit hesitant
Yeah.
to jump on the AI bandwagon. So what are some of the challenges that SMEs face when it comes to AI adoption?
Yeah, I think,
And how does this plan address overcoming them?
one of the biggest hurdles is simply overcoming that resistance to change.
Okay.
Right. Some business owners might feel intimidated by AI.
Okay.
They feel like it's too complex, it's too expensive.
Right.
Others might worry that AI is going to replace their job.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. So how do you, like, address those fears?
And it goes back to, what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Education and transparency are key.
Okay.
You need to clearly communicate the benefits of AI,
Okay.
but also address the potential drawbacks, honestly.
Mhm.
Provide case studies that demonstrate how AI has helped other businesses,
Right.
maybe even in their industry, without replacing jobs.
Okay.
Offer training and support.
So you're really, like, holding their hand through the process, making it...
Exactly. Make it less scary.
Yes.
Another challenge is finding the right AI solution,
Okay.
because there are so many out there.
Right. You can get overwhelmed.
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So the plan emphasizes,
Yes.
starting small,
Okay.
scaling gradually.
Don't try to,
Don't boil the ocean.
boil the ocean. Exactly.
Start with a cup of tea.
I like that. Start with a cup of tea. And then if you decide you want to make a whole pot,
Right.
you can, but you don't have to commit to that on day one.
You don't have to go from 0 to 60.
Exactly. Exactly.
Dip your toes in, see how it works.
We've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about the specific AI tools,
Yep.
the challenges of adopting those tools,
Wow.
the importance of having a really solid marketing strategy. But if there's one key takeaway that our listeners should leave with today, it's that AI is no longer this, like, futuristic fantasy.
Right.
It's a very powerful tool that is accessible to businesses of all sizes.
100%. And those who, embrace it today.
Yeah.
Who are willing to experiment,
Yeah.
and really find creative ways to incorporate it into what they're doing. Those are the businesses that are going to thrive.
It's not about replacing us. It's about helping us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about amplifying, what humans are already really good at.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, if any of these AI tools have sparked an idea for you, that's what we're here for. Dive deeper into the areas that intrigue you most. We'll see you in the next deep dive.